I cannot honestly think of any place that we haven't gone, guys. I mean, but obviously at the same time, if we haven't gone there, then we wouldn't know about it. So, I mean, I would think that we've basically been everywhere. I would think that human life has touched nearly every aspect of this planet by now, unless we're referring to some like, I don't know, deep water cave or something. Or even something underneath the ice in Antarctica or something underneath the ice of Greenland, guys. Like, what could it actually be? I don't know, but let's go ahead and find this out immediately. Places no human has ever set foot on Earth. Let's check it out. This is a suggestion via Discord.
Some people may believe that the whole world has been explored by now because they don't see any men in big hats driving wooden sailboats around. These people will be surprised to find out that there are in fact still places on Earth that remain unexplored.
Okay.
The following are some places that you will almost certainly never get to go to, even if you really wanted to.
All right, let's go.
Amazing!
Number 10. Siberian Sakha Republic. The Siberian Sakha Republic covers about 20% of Russia. Much of it is above the Arctic Circle, a place not known for being very human-friendly because the average temperature is somewhere between -40 degrees Fahrenheit and freezing. The Siberian Sakha Republic is roughly the size of the entire country of India.
Okay, so huge.
Due to the extreme conditions, it remains largely unexplored. Most of the region is covered in permafrost, which is frozen soil. So basically, it's so cold that the ground is frozen solid all the time, but isn't even ice. Good luck trying to trek through these brutal conditions.
Guys, isn't this the region where they find like baby mammoths and things, guys?
Number 9. Vale do Javari, Brazil.
Okay.
This next one refers to a place that no modern civilized human has ever set foot in.
Modern.
In fact, there aren't very many uncontacted groups of people left in the world.
Okay.
But of the ones that do exist, 14 of them live in Vale do Javari in Brazil. The area is home to an estimated 3,000 indigenous peoples who have never seen a Pontiac Aztec, or even a wheel for that matter. The Brazilian government has made entering this ostracized area illegal and keeps loose track of the inhabitants by observing them from the air.
I like that. To be honest, I don't think that we should be, like specifically, there's a group of people who have honestly tried their hardest to stay away from our nonsense. Leave them alone, bro. Okay, just leave. You do not know if we can immediately get them sick with our presence. Okay, we don't need to smallpox them with the blankets, guys. We don't need to do that. Okay, number one, and number two, their culture is their own. Like, do they really need credit scores, guys, and debt? No, let them handle their own stuff, bro. Leave them alone. Let them live their life. I do not like the concept of messing with like untouched people, guys. Let them live their life.
Size area illegal and keeps loose track of the inhabitants by observing them from the air. The tribes live the same way that all humans did all the way up until the agricultural revolution and the birth of civilization. The Fundación Nacional do India, or National Indian Foundation, has stated that the area has the greatest concentration of isolated groups in the Amazon and the world.
Respect.
Number 8. The Mariana Trench.
Yeah, well, we're not going here, guys. I mean, I think we've kind of dove down. Oh, step foot. I think we've pretty much dove down in like submarines and things, or set probes. I think we know what it looks like, right? But I'm absolutely not sure that. I mean, how would you get out of the sub? Guys, well, okay.
The Mariana Trench is the deepest point in the entire
I don't know
ocean.
if this counts.
It is a 1,500-mile long scar in the Earth's crust at the bottom of the Pacific, located east of the Philippines. The maximum depth, located in an area of the trench known as the Challenger Deep, is 36,000 feet.
Yeah, bro, the piece of equipment they used was called Challenger Deep.
For perspective, if you were to drop Mount Everest right into the Challenger Deep, the peak would still be a mile underwater.
Wow.
The only things that live in the Mariana Trench are xenophyophore, which are strange single-cell organisms that survive by using minerals in the water to form an exoskeleton. Something scientists have yet to confirm, but is probably true, is that the trench is home to massive sea monsters that mankind will one day have to fight with giant robots.
I hope so.
Interestingly enough,
I hope so.
President George W. Bush made the trench an official United States national monument in 2009. Number 7. Gangkar Puensum. Gangkar Puensum, meaning White Peak of the Three Spiritual Brothers, is the highest unclimbed mountain in the world and the 40th highest mountain overall. Located in Bhutan, four different teams made attempts to summit the mountain in 1985 and 1986, but all failed due to extreme weather conditions. If watching this video gave you a burning desire to be the first to succeed, you
No.
may have to put off your expedition. In 1994,
Hard
climbing
pass.
mountains higher than 6,000 meters was banned in the area due to the spiritual beliefs of the locals. Then, in 2003, mountaineering was banned altogether. Because so few people have even been on the mountain at all, its exact geography is actually up for dispute. Different countries put different areas of the range on different parts of the map. So before you could even summit the mountain, you would first have to deal with a large bureaucratic nightmare and protest the Bhutanese government. It is likely that Gangkar Puensum will remain unsummited for the foreseeable future. Number 6.
I mean, so listen, when it comes to like getting like that type of map, let's say, accurate, all you need is some good old LiDAR, guys.
Star Mountains. The Star Mountains
Send
are
a drone
enormous
out there.
mountain range in Papua New Guinea that stretches all the way from the country's border with Indonesia to the Hindenburg Range, a neighboring mountain range with a less cool name. Located here is the Hindenburg Wall, a series of mile-high limestone plateaus. The mostly unexplored area has formed its own unique ecosystem, and as a result is home to many unique species. One biological survey found that of the 1,100 species they identified as living in the area, 100 had never been found anywhere else on the planet. The Star Mountains are also believed to be one of the wettest places on Earth, receiving 10,000 mm per year. 5. Yucatan cenotes. The Yucatan cenotes are a large cave network located in Mexico. A cenote is a particular type of cave that is formed when limestone bedrock collapses. Caves are, as you might expect, some of the most unexplored geographic features on this planet because of just how difficult it is to get inside some of them. Parts of the
dangerous.
Yucatan cenotes are underwater, which creates additional problems for potential spelunkers. Even fish seem to know that underwater caves are bad news, since they're often left alone even by marine life. If the whole idea of an underground cave that nobody has ever been in isn't spooky enough, ancient minds used to use cenotes just like the ones at Yucatan for sacrificial offerings. Maybe we should just leave things alone. I really don't see anything good coming out of there.
No.
Number 4. Singi di Bamaraha National Park. Singi di Bamaraha National Park is located on the western edge of Madagascar. Madagascar itself was undiscovered by Europeans for some time, so being remote is in a way part of Madagascar's history. The park gets its name from the Malagasy word singi, which means where one cannot walk barefoot. Looking at the
Like literally. Why would you want to walk barefoot? Look at this.
bizarrely shaped peaks of the limestone mountains, it's easy to imagine a giant doing some sort of balancing act trying to get across. These limestone peaks essentially serve
that.
as a barrier to exploration, leaving most of the area just as it's been since the beginning of time. You may be aware of the area via the game Civilization 4. Number 3. Greenland. Despite being, a country, there are large parts of Greenland that are unexplored. This is because it's 8 million square miles, making it the largest island on the planet, and 80% of that 8 million square miles is covered in ice, meaning it isn't really super conducive to human travel. This ice is 3,200 meters thick in places, and 400,000 to 800,000 years old.
Yeah, guys, I definitely like 100% figured it had to be something like Greenland, Antarctica, guys, because there's a lot of like untouched areas there for real. That it just doesn't make any sense to go because what's there unless you're looking to mine something. And I'm not gonna, I'm not for or against that. Let's say I just generally don't like looking at the mines, but I think we all like what comes from them generally. But either way,
Greenland's population is only 56,000, so they don't really need this massive amount of land. There's no real incentive to spread out and deal with the terrible conditions.
bro, give it to us. We'll take it.
Number 2. The Namib Desert. You may want to bring at least one water bottle if you decide to go explore the Namib Desert, as the region, one of the most arid in the world, gets only 2 millimeters of rain on average every year.
So none.
It is believed to be the oldest desert on the planet. The 31,000 square mile area is almost totally uninhabited, with the exception of a few small indigenous groups. The desert makes up a
Himba?
large part of Namibia, which really kind of sucks for them, because it contains almost nothing besides sand and whatever desert plants and animals can survive on the most minimal amount of water you can imagine. Number 1. North Sentinel Island.
Don't go
North
here.
Sentinel Island tops this list because of all these places. It is the one I would most strongly advise against
Don't go
visiting.
here.
The island, located in the Bay of Bengal, is the home of the Sentinelese,
Uh-huh.
a group of people who reject, sometimes violently, any sort
Very.
of contact with the outside world. Like the inhabitants of Vale du Javari, they remain untouched by the modern world. While the island is technically under Indian jurisdiction, the government leaves the island alone and respects the Sentinelese' apparent desire to simply be left alone by outsiders. The most recent contact anyone from civilization has made with the Sentinelese was in January of 2006.
Oh my God.
6. When two fishermen accidentally drifted too close to the island and
Uh-huh.
were both killed by the tribe.
Yep.
Of course, there are lots of places people haven't explored.
Okay, guys. So, okay, hold on. In terms of like the North Sentinel Island, there's definitely a couple more cases of like what's my face? Like I think there was like a missionary or so that was sent there or went there that tried to like spread religion to them. They didn't have any interest in that, and they basically like left his body on the beach, bro. I want you to know that this is the place you don't go. They don't care. Not like the other tribes, specifically in Brazil, right? These individuals are absolutely going to like, off with your head type of thing, guys. They don't want anything to do with us. Like they know we exist, but I would love to sit here and interview one of these individuals, guys. I would love to, but I don't want to. All right. I would love to, but I don't want to. That's the contradiction of it all, I think. I would love to be able to have a conversation with them, but I also don't want my nonsense to affect them in any manner. So I never want it to actually happen, but we can all dream, right? I think so. It's okay to dream, at least. But I still would never want it. I would never actually go through with it because, but I would definitely like to meet someone from an untouched tribe that has been touched. Wait a second, buddy. I would I would love to meet someone from an untouched tribe that has been introduced, right, to the population in some manner, maybe accidentally. They've potentially decided to moderately defect from their older lifestyle, and they now have come into moderate modernity. I would love to see an interview of hearing what they thought about us weirdos the whole time. That I'm not referring to touching people. Okay. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly, guys. I put my foot all the way in that one.